real quick. Let me start this part off of the show by saying today is the 1 year anniversary. Let me get this back going because this was the main topic. 1 year anniversary of Devin Haney getting his ass whooped, getting belt to ass, getting smoked like a filly by Ryan Garcia today, man. So I said, gotta smoke something in honor of today for the Haney fans. I know the Haney fans, y'all gonna be mad at this shit. I gotta make sure I clip this shit up right away, and I gotta drop this because I want y'all to see this immediately, though. But today is the 1 year anniversary of Ryan Garcia taxing fucking Devin Haney ass last year. No Diddy. And in honor of that, man, um, we're gonna react to Devin Haney's Cigar Talk interview that he had with my boy Najee, man. Najee doing great work on the content over there, man. And we just gonna do a quick reaction to that. And I just wrote some notes on some stuff that Devin Haney mentioned in the interview. Decent interview. Was Devin Haney capping in the interview at points? Of course. So of course we had to write down some of the lies and contradictions, and we had to sit there and had to cook up on this shit, bro. So um all right, so just to start off on the interview, um, Najee from Cigar Talk, he asked him about fatherhood, how like basically asking him how does how fatherhood, how's fatherhood treating you, and Devin Haney said that fatherhood has made him better, and he also mentioned that Devin Haney, made his child the day after the Ryan Garcia fight. So he said like the night that he made his child was the night after Ryan Garcia beat his ass, which was 421, 2024. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, today's the 1 year anniversary of Ryan whooping that ass on 420. So we'll never forget that day. So we'll never forget that day. You know what I'm saying? Because even though it's a no contest on record, we got the footage. We seen the footage. We seen it live. We seen flesh on the canvas that night on 420 in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I mean? But yeah, Devin Haney went on to say that he had his child immediately after Ryan Garcia fight. And then not he spoke and says that the fight with Jose Ramirez is Jose Ramirez's last chance. And he says that, I respect Jose Ramirez. I think that he's a great fighter. And, I think, I chose him because he's a, former champion. And, which is bullshit. Y'all chose him because y'all did y'all regular Devin Haney plan that y'all always do. Pick a guy that's, in their 30s, you know what I'm saying? Probably on the last leg of their career. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That y'all, and then shit, we just seen Bill the other day in the Cigar Talk interview. He didn't want to say that we picked Jose Ramirez because of him being a relentless pressure fighter and him having a good left hook so they can get ready for the Ryan fight. So um that's that little statement from Devin talking about they picked him because he was a former champ. All that's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because then he went on to say that he was going to step on Jose Ramirez. He mentioned it 3, 4 times in this little particular part of this interview where he said that he was going to step on Jose Ramirez. That's what he was saying. You feel me? And we will see. We will see. I ain't gonna say anything negative about it or whatsoever. I'm just gonna say that we will see. I want Devin Haney to stand on your words. Just like Shakur Stevenson saying that he gonna put belt the ass on Williams Zepeda. I want Devin Haney to stand on his words. Since he said he gonna step on Jose Ramirez, I expect to see him step on him. And I'm glad that this is recorded because I want this shit to be recorded for sure. You know what I'm saying? For these type of purposes. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney said he gonna step on Ramirez. I want to see him step on him, flat out. Nothing else. You know what I mean? And then he goes on to mention he goes on to mention that his main focus right now is beating Jose Ramirez and getting to that Ryan Garcia fight. And he talks about cutting people off in his circle because you remember Eddie Hearn had the interview with Andre Ward, and he was talking about the locker room with Devin Haney for the Ryan Garcia fight, and said that it was a shitload of people in there, people that he never seen before. You know what I'm saying, in his locker room. And Devin Haney mentions it in this interview in particular, saying that he had to cut off a lot of people. A lot of people was a lot of people left him, and left him for dead. After losing the Ryan Garcia fight, so he had to learn to cut some people off from that. And then he talks about like the negativity, like handling negativity, like far as like the fans, the media, when they speak on his name and talk negative about his name. And he says that he don't pay attention to those guys, or give them no shine or any look or anything, which is cap. Because dude, you literally, Bad Baby mentions your name in the song, and you literally went out of your way to find the DM that y'all had, whatever. If it's real, because it may be fucking Photoshop for all I fucking care. You know what I'm saying? In reality, because we know Devin Haney and them, they be doing some fraud shit all the time. So the motherfucker gonna put out a screenshot talking about Bad Baby was trying to shoot her shot and text her number to him and shit like that. He doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got emotional about her mentioning you in the song. And then, shit, Gabe Rosado, you going back and forth with Gabe Rosado and shit. You going back and forth with Rampage Jackson and shit. Like, bro, y'all can't tell me y'all handle negativity well. Because every time somebody say something about y'all, the Haneys that is, y'all always respond. Y'all respond, whether it's a tweet, whether it's an Instagram post or story, or y'all going on the interview. Well, it won't be Devin Haney. It'll be Bill Haney most likely going in an interview, basically defending his son at all costs. You know what I'm saying? So all of that shit for saying that they handle negativity right, cap, contradiction and lie, caught and cooked up already. So and then he goes on to speaks on how they came up in boxing, for us like they did it their way, for us how they were in Mexico paying to get fights in Mexico, and not being um on a major platform or having a major promoter um promote his brand or his name and everything coming up. And speaks about growing up in the Floyd Mayweather gym, and Mayweather being his idol and everything. And I want to call cap on it too, because this is my thing. I understand the way they came up, but the thing is, they make it seem like their path to get to championship level was like all done on their own behalf. Like they didn't work with no promoters. DHP was independent this whole entire time. They did their thing on their own, and that was it. That's cap, bro. Y'all was with Eddie Hearn. Then y'all wanted to become undisputed. Y'all had to go over there and take a 3-fight deal on Top Rank. Then y'all became a free agent for Top Rank. Y'all go back to Eddie Hearn on a fight the fight deal. You know what I'm saying? And now we here where y'all had to kiss the ring for Turkey just to get on the fight, because y'all was just about to fight on BLK Prime. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. Like they try to make it seem like they done, like they've promoted events and put on events and stuff. Devin Haney Promotions has not thrown no event of their own. They have not. I mean that DHP is nothing but a tax write off. Yeah, they got some fighters, but we don't see Devin Haney literally doing his own events, and he had opportunities to do so within this past year. You know what I mean? He could have put a purse bid for his own fight. You know what I'm saying? When they came down to the purse bid with him and Sandor Martin, he didn't want to bid for it because he wanted another promoter to, pay and put the money up for the fight. You know what I mean? and, and and this brings me up to this part of the interview right here where they Najee from Cigar Talk asks Devin, how did you and Turkey, how y'all connect, whatever. And Devin Haney goes on and says that he hit up Turkey himself. He called Turkey himself and asked if he can come have a meeting with him. Around that weekend, I mean around that week, whatever, they ended up having the media workout out there and in London, and then he went to meet up with Turkey. But remember, around that time, it was talks that Devin was about to fight on BLK Prime. BLK Prime came out on their socials and everything and mentioned that it was going down that they was working with Devin Haney and they had some in the works for May. And Devin and Bill didn't like that situation because they was about to be making pennies over there because BLK Prime ain't got no money over there. And they had the big Turkey, please. I'm about to fight on BLK Prime. Please, just put me on a card. Put me on a card, please, Turkey. Please. I just had to sell my home. I just had a baby with this girl that's a sex worker. I need more money. I need to fight, Turkey. Please put me on the Ring magazine. Please put me on the Riyadh season card, Turkey. Please. That's what Devin and them had to do. They begged Turkey to get put on the card. And Turkey offered them on the spot. And they said the first offer that Turkey offered them, they took the offer. So you know what I'm saying? They said Devin Haney said Turkey gave them an offer on the first offer that they couldn't refuse. And obviously the offer was to fight Jose Ramirez and fight the rematch with Ryan Garcia. And he goes on it goes on to speak about this whole rematch where he was saying that they dropped the lawsuit. Like he said, like the whole thing was Ryan said that we had to drop the lawsuit for the rematch, saying that he was basically insinuating that they made a notion that they were trying to make the fight and Ryan wasn't trying to make the fight, saying that Ryan and them didn't really want the fight for real, which is cap. Like I said before, Devin, how that fight went last year, a year ago, because today is the 1 year anniversary. They have no reason to be scared of you, dude. No reason to be scared of you. He beat your ass. He mopped the floor with you. And that wasn't even 100% Ryan Garcia. And we all seen that. Millions and millions and millions of people seen you get your ass whooped. They seen it. Nobody has no thoughts of Ryan Garcia being scared of you to have a rematch with you. Shit, to me, it looked like Ryan wants to run through Rollies very bad so he can beat your ass and show the world that that PED shit was cat. That's how it looks to me. So all of this talk with Bill and Devin continuing to say that Ryan Garcia didn't want this rematch is cap as fuck. Ryan's the one that told y'all that y'all had to drop the lawsuit to get the rematch, and that's what y'all exactly did. Y'all dropped the lawsuit. Y'all went against your integrity and morals because y'all talking about y'all standing up for boxing and stuff. And then he goes on in his interview talking about him doing 365-day testing and shit, which is shout out to manager Marty, man. He the one that killed that narrative that the 365 testing with Vada is cap. Margaret Goodman is on record herself saying that they don't do 365 testing. So we literally just listening to Devin Haney and Bill Haney and these cameras lying, saying that they're doing 365, 24/7 testing through VADA. We're literally just listening to them cap because this shit is cap as fuck for real. Like it's cap. And he and Devin's talk about setting the standard for PDs and stuff like that. You're not setting the standards by dropping the lawsuit. Just saying. The whole standard of you making a lawsuit on Bill Haney was because of the fact that y'all was trying to make a stance for boxing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? For as PDs and everything. If that was y'all stance and then y'all was trying to stand on big business, y'all would have never dropped the lawsuit. Y'all dropped the lawsuit. So, like I said before, Gabe Rosado, what he said was 100% truth. Y'all some hoes for the money. Shit. Bill think he a pimp, but Bill, he ain't nothing but a hoe for the money as well. Just saying it general, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Devin Haney mentions talk about one he said 147 pounds is his max weight, he thinks. He said, in order to get some of the bigger fights that he wants and stuff, he may mess around and go back down to 140 and stuff. He's still on weight bully timing. Devin Haney walks around at a high clip of, you know what I'm saying, without camps or fights. We seen how Devin Haney looked after the Ryan fight. That boy was big as hell. That boy was definitely like 200 pounds for sure. Like if you look at him and look how his face filled up in the ESPN interview that he had after Ryan popped, bro, that boy looked big as hell out there, dog. For real. Like, and this man's talking about his max weight is 147 when we know this guy probably, his max weight probably should be 154, 160 or something. This man, Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they still want to fight smaller guys, bro, and try to dominate smaller guys, bro. That's why I said that whole Ryan Garcia shit a year ago, it caught up on him because you fought a guy that was about the same height as you, probably a little bit taller, faster than you, same age and everything. And you got spanked. You got spanked. You ain't fight no 30-year-old like you was doing with all them other guys in the past. You thought Ryan Garcia was gonna be sweet. I thought that was gonna be a cherry pick, like Bill was trying to say the other day, talking about Lamont Roach was a cherry pick for Tank Davis that went wrong. No, Ryan Garcia was a cherry pick that went wrong on y'all end because y'all thought y'all was gonna spank Ryan Garcia like Tank did, and that shit went the total opposite direction for y'all. But I will say this: Devin Haney did take accountability for us the Ryan Garcia fight, though, in this particular interview, and I like that. I do got to commend him and salute Devin Haney for this. And when he asked him about the fight and stuff, Devin's like, I don't really want to talk about the fight because we already kind of locked the possibly fight in a rematch. And AWM for sure. Yeah, Big Haney packed today, 1 year anniversary all day. You heard. All day, man, for sure. Salutations, my dog. Hey, man, subscribe to AWM Boxing Podcast, Angry White Man Podcast. Great content every day, man. And happy Easter to everyone as well. I ain't meant to mention that as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Devin Haney, he was basically saying that their max weight for him is 147, and saying that Ryan Garcia that they want that fight, that Ryan Garcia fight. That's his main focus. That is to get past Ramirez and get the fight with Ryan Garcia. And I had to mention that. Najee asked him about being attached, to Ryan Garcia throughout his whole career as well. And Ryan Garcia, like Devin Haney said, yeah, we're going to be attached, to each other. Or no, we've been attached since we were kids, and now we are as pros and stuff. And bro, like I said, say Devin Haney wins this fight with Ryan Garcia. If they win these two fights in May 2nd, and then they fight the rematch, and Devin Haney wins the rematch, they're already allegedly locked for the third too. They got a trilogy set, so they're set for two fights. You know what I mean? So we may get a trilogy out of this shit. And honestly, bro, for real, man, I like that we may get a trilogy out of these two. But these guys are going to be forever attached to each other. When it's so funny because a lot of the Devin Haney fans try to attach Devin Haney to Tank Davis throughout his whole career coming up. And now can't even attach your name to Tank Davis anymore because Tank Davis beat a dude that beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Dodrick was good. Salute my dog. I gotta get my boy Dodrick together. Hey W, my boy. He said Ryan Garcia not playing with these dudes, bro. He about to have fun through Rolly, Devin, then Tio. He beats those guys, and we gotta puff some to put some respect on his name. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Like for real, man. Ryan Garcia right now, from what I've seen from Ryan Garcia, he looks 100% extremely focused. He looks focused. Like this is the Ryan Garcia that I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the Ryan Garcia that I wanted to see in the leading up for the Devin fight. You know what I mean? Like this is a dangerous Ryan Garcia. Like you seen that power and that speed behind his shots in that media workout the other day, bro. That boy look game. Rolly, man, Rolly media workout ain't look all crazy to be for real, man. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't look crazy to be for real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Rolly got power, but he just don't have the IQ or the defense to beat Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. I think Ryan Garcia definitely gonna stop this guy for sure. He gonna stop Rolly, I believe. But I think it's gonna be a banger of a fight, while it lasts. I think Rolly gonna fight. Rolly ain't no bitch. He gonna fight you. He ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, so I had to mention this too. Devin Haney, he took shots at Tank Davis in the interview, saying that Tank Davis gets emotional when he mentions his name, and it goes back to me saying what I said earlier in this particular segment of the show right here. Devin Haney, every time somebody mention your name on Twitter, Instagram, whatever platform, social it is, y'all always respond to them. Tank don't be responding to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Tank when people slander Tank name and be going crazy, Tank don't respond to each and every guy on Twitter and all of this shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We be seeing the Haneys do that shit. We see Shakur Stevenson do it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys literally be responding to fans, responding to any and everybody on social media. Wow, Tank is just sitting there getting ready for the rematch. He prepping, getting worked up for the rematch. He ain't on the internet tweeting and reacting to each and everybody that at him on the internet. We see that from Devin Haney. So him saying that, talk about Tank get emotional when people mention his name. No, Tank be getting pissed off because y'all guys continue to attach y'all names to his name. Y'all continue to clout chase off of his name. And y'all ain't sending no fucking check. Y- Y'all making money off of Tank name, but y'all ain't sending him no money for it. That's why Tank's mad. That's why he be mad at y'all dudes. Cause y'all and Devin Haney, you're the biggest one of them all. You're the first one that started attaching your name to Tank Davis and cloud chasing off his name. Big time. So for you to sit there and be like, man, Tank get emotional when somebody mentions his name. Nah, bro, that'd be you. That'd be you. You be getting emotional because you respond to any and everybody. Like Bad Baby shouldn't even got a fucking response. She irrelevant to even respond to. You didn't respond to the daggone little girl. Like, that's why I said, bro. And this interview, this was a good interview from Najee overall. Najee, he know what he be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Najee, hey, like you said, Dodrick, he bring up Tank every time that anybody he interviewing, bro. That boy Najee know he gotta have Tank in that algorithm, man. You know he gonna get the clipping that shit up and dropping that shit ASAP. Like you see what IJ Ward did in the Lamar Roach Jr. interview. Them motherfuckers, they was clipping up multiple clips and videos for that from that daggone Lamont Roach interview. Like they got damn near 20 plus. They clipped up damn near the whole interview. It's damn near 20 plus videos from that damn interview out. Damn near. Like, damn, y'all just said fuck dropping this shit. We clipping up the whole interview. Like, great, it's nasty work. D1 was good. 2 cents was good. Salute 2 cents. Hey, subscribe to 2 cents boxing, man. Great boxing content over there, man. That's family over there. That's family. That's all family over there for sure. You said D1 said Najee supposed to do that though. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Najee just doing his job. He just doing his job, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't take it personal for us that shit, but he got a way of doing that shit where like I be seeing, I'm like, man, Najee, man, he a slick motherfucker. I like Najee, man. Me and Najee interact a little bit on Twitter and stuff from time to time and shit. He do great work though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? 2 cents said that's why Tank stop fucking with Najee. Facts. Yeah, because Najee be trying to play in the middle of that shit. He didn't try to play mutual and play cordial in that shit the right way because he got into it specifically with Tank over the Bud interview. You remember, like, the interview dropped with him and Bud, and then the first clip Najee dropped was the clip of Bud mentioning Tank name, talking about Tank, and then the main title of that specific interview was, Tank name in the title for a Bud Crawford interview, and these motherfuckers ain't even in the same weight class to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So Tank took offensive of that shit, where he like, damn, you letting this man, like, you asked this man a question about me, and then he get to talking about me, and then you ain't correct him on what he said when he clearly lied about Jose Pedraza, talking about the talking point that he got from Keyshawn Davis, basically saying that Tank fought a weight drain Jose Pedraza. Like Najee was supposed to check him in that instance for real because everybody know that was cat, but Najee didn't correct them, so a lot of people felt the way about that shit. And I Tank, he seen that shit and he felt the way about it. He already felt the way about the whole interview, damn near being based off of Tank name. On top of that, him asking questions about Tank and stuff like that, and then that shit come up for us. The weight draining of Pedraza being talked about from Bud Crawford. It's nasty work, bro. It's real nasty work because that was a pure lie, and Najee didn't cover that lie. He didn't fucking correct that shit. You know what I mean? So that doesn't make somebody feel some type of way, and that pushed Tank the wrong way a little bit. That particular interview definitely pushed Tank the wrong way for sure. With Najee, to where he said, "Fuck Najee. Najee ain't getting no more interviews." Which is, I was like, Najee, you got to know how to work your head because for one, every interview you do, you mention Tank with whoever you're talking to. And you didn't got an interview from Tank before. If you want to work with Tank, you need to keep this shit cordial and mutual as possible. You know what I'm saying? You be looking like you be on the other side over there fucking with Shakur and them and shit. And Tank see that shit, so he like, shit, bro, I'm about to cut dude off. I ain't fucking with dude. He ain't getting no more interviews from me. He on some corny shit. He over there cloud chasing off my name too. You know what I'm saying? That's how Tank feel. You know what I mean? Najee got to be the one to correct that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope they get that shit together because I think Najee does great interviews. He does great work. And he knows what he's doing. Najee know what he do. He know we do. Every like we all, especially us content creators, we know how to like make certain titles to get people attention and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The watchers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And Najee know how to work that very well. You know what I mean? So he knows what he's doing, but I don't. What is it a bad? It ain't no bad cloud chasing on Najee. Najee's just doing what a lot of other content creators would do in the same sense. You know what I'm saying? But he gotta know how to straddle the fence for us, being mutual amongst all of the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get one of these fighters that feel a certain way on how you doing content in a sense, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that from a lot of people at times, you know what I'm saying? It's just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just the bad part is you in bad odds with the biggest in boxing with Tank Davis. That's just the only jacked up part about it. Yeah, you know what I mean, Keisha Two says only exactly. Move. Keyshawn literally moved Pedraza down from 140 to 135 to fight him, but these guys they act like that shit never happened. They act like it never exists. You know what I'm saying? They just want to talk about the cap with Tank fighting Pedraza at far as him being weight drained in that fight was Tank's first title fight. Like that was his first fucking title fight, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? They both fought at 130 and didn't have no rehydration clauses or anything. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I say these boxing fans, bro, they get history so twisted with a lot of shit. Like they try to make up their own lies and really run with that shit. Like, and think that's that word is bond. Like that shit ain't bond. That shit cap over there, man. That word ain't fucking bond over there, man. A lot of these dudes just be up there just talking and capping for no fucking reason.